Hello there, my name is Richard Fitzpatrick and I worked with Professor Tom Little in the School of Biological Sciences in order to develop Project Millport, which was an immersive virtual fieldwork experience in Minecraft designed for the Field Zoology Free undergraduate program here at the University of Edinburgh. The challenge that I was given by Tom was how could we give Field Zoology Free students a group field trip experience but in a remote setting. Tom wanted to see whether it was possible to do something that would approximate to that in Minecraft, and I was too, because I wasn't sure whether this approach would work. Now, I did much of the building of this, and it basically involved the collecting a lot of bits of geographical data to create a realistic looking island, and used a brilliant open source piece of software called Earth Tiles, which takes data from the OpenStreetMap dataset. And more details of that can be provided if people are interested in how this was done. What I created was a world which had three specific features. One was a tutorial island which would introduce students to the controls and staff to the controls and demonstrate some of the specific ways of collecting data and manipulating the environment which I personally added into the game. There was Millport, which was a homage to the normal location that the students would be on, which would be the island of Great Cumbrae off the west coast of Scotland, and that was the central hub zone where all the students would start their fieldwork trip, and offered a little experimental research station, a pub, a cafe, a library, and then a train station which linked to all of the island's beaches, of which there were 4. Each beach had its own data created by Tom, and which I then inserted. Now, this featured animals which were existent in Minecraft, so the animals were not necessarily ones which the students would experience on the island of Cumbrae normally in real life, but did offer the opportunity for students to collect data from organisms. So this included things like sea turtles. So each beach had its own distribution of these animals, different types of rock pools, different numbers, and each sea turtle had its own set of data which was embedded within it, and this could be extracted by the students through the use of a specialized tool in game which resembles a carrot on a stick for mechanical reasons. Tom provided the students with a series of potential projects based on the flora and fauna on the island, but the students ultimately came up with their projects in their groups themselves. The main reason this approach was as successful as it was because we made use of a Minecraft server, a multiplayer space where all of the students could be on at the same time and thus see each other in game with their personalized avatars and usernames, and staff could also be on hand as well to help them navigate through the world, and generally provided a space where people felt that they were working together as a group and could see each other working together as a group. This was hosted on the University of Edinburgh's infrastructure. The other key feature to this success of this was a Discord server, which allowed us to set up team-specific text channels and audio-visual channels, which were semi-private, so you wouldn't necessarily go in unless you were a member of that team. Staff could access any one of those channels, but usually waited to be invited by members of the group. And within those channels, students were able to talk to one another via written or via audio chat, could send pictures, send data, advice, talk to each other on video calls, and basically provided that instantaneous communication and synchronicity which has been missing from some digital experiences over the course of the pandemic. This came out quite a bit in the comments that we got after the fieldwork had finished in an open-ended survey, where students did note quite a bit about this being a lovely substitute for the field course and giving a sense of belonging and being able to work together and socializing in a way which they hadn't been able to do so in other courses over the past year. For more information and further pictures and videos of the island and the experience within Minecraft, please do follow the QR code on the poster, which will direct you to a website which contains all of this information. To summarize, both students and staff working together in a virtual environment, combined with an opportunity through a Discord server to talk to one another, fostered immersion, communication, collaboration, and inspired a lot of students and staff during this field trip experience, and we hope to explore this in future work.